Lucky Penny Shop, and it's the Star Wars Science air-powered Boba Fett rocket, and may the 4th be with you. Remember, we're having a giveaway for a $40 Amazon gift certificate, so you can buy something like this and just ship it to yourself if you want. We're going to send that gift certificate by email, so it's really easy to do. And look at Yoda on the front. Learn about rocket design, trajectories, and aerodynamics, you will. Yes, Yoda, thanks. And it contains 1 launch lab. But I do have to point out the giant rocket, 50 feet up in comparison to the miniature child, who looks really happy down there. I don't know if we could even get close enough to see his smile, but he's happy. He's ready to launch his rocket. So we get to pump it up with our foot. And here is the back. So the 3 modes. You can launch just the rocket, just the jetpack, or both in combination. And I want you to see if it goes the same height, if it lands in the same spot. It's pretty neat looking. It's got this base down here with this pumper connected to it. Kind of excited about it, actually. Get to go outside. There's the side of the box. Nice and cool design and graphic on there. So let's open it up. And I'm going to cut the tape, and we're ready to go. Looks like we can just pull it all out, investigate what it looks like, maybe get some preliminary setup there. So there's our launcher and our tube, and there is feet. Now from the box, I thought it'd be much bigger than this. Look at that. That's the rocket, small, and the instructions. So let's get the box out of here and take a look. So this somehow is going to connect to this. We'll have to figure that out. Don't know yet. And then here is this. The tube is all kinked. So you see the kinks in my tube? I got kinks in my tube. Let's just see pumping. Okay, so that's going to build pressure. Hear it? That's air. So all this is probably what we need to, kind of get it set up. So let me do this. Let me look at the instructions before I get too far into this. Although it looks like I could easily do it. So it looks like all the feet spider web out. And then, yeah, there's what we're looking at. So here's these 2 outer feet. Let me just set that out one more time here. So they have it going this way. They have this foot here first. So this is the bottom piece here, and the bottom piece here. Okay, and then there's these outer pieces that probably lock onto that and to the channel at the same time, which they do. But why can't it work for me? I don't know why. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, they probably go like that. Yep, there you go. I'm getting it. See, there's these open notches here. And that's where you put the foot in, and then there's a pin on the bottom, like a hole, and that's all gotta connect. Overall, the base itself with this tube, I could tell you already, with the bends in the tube, it's gonna be rather flimsy, okay? You could just tell by looking at it that it's gonna be flimsy. Now this, kind of hard to tell what they're saying here. These are very skinny pieces here. They look breakable to me, but they look like they go on the outside here. I lost a leg. I'll have to check the box picture. Sometimes the box picture is easier to use than the instructions, and the way this plastic is made, it's not easy to put together. It just keeps wanting to come apart. Don't do that, okay? Don't come apart on me. Okay, yeah. Not staying on too well. There we go. Wants to keep coming off. Let me check the box on that. Oh, there you go. So they're supposed to be almost locked into the foot underneath it. as to what they do, I think it's just purely aesthetics. See that? Okay. Who would have got that from those instructions? Okay. What? Just doesn't like this plastic. What are you doing to me? Well, I'll review to make sure I got everything just right. You know, when you're making the video, sometimes you aren't noticing what you would normally notice. Then here is the launch tube. And there's two sides to that. They don't tell you which is which. They don't tell you which is which, so we'll just put that side down. And I think the next thing to do really is to get this outside and see why this one does not want to stay in. Come on, just stay for 1 second. Stay. No. Well, let's just see if it works. How about we take it outside now, launch it, and then we'll come back and discuss it just a little, all right? Time to go outside. Okay, so we're outside here. As you can see, I was able to get this to stay in. Now, the whole support itself, a little unstable, and with the kinks in my line that came with it, I think I'm going to run into some problems. And also, I noticed in the box, this second piece was bent. Somehow when it was packaged, it was bent so that that tube here will not slide over the center support. So what we're going to do now is just going to give you a close-up shot here. I've got my airbag here. See the airbag? So this is really not a pump. It says on the box pump. It's not a pump. It's just a pressure activated, so you got to step on it as hard as you can. So I'm going to do that now. So we'll get a shot from here and we'll see how that works. Here we go. All right, so it did fly pretty good. Let me get this pressed back in here a little more. Now let me give you a different angle here. Hold on. All right, so now it's a little higher. We're going to show you at this angle, and then we're going to turn the camera up and see how high it shoots. So here's one more straight shot. All right, so let me set up again and show you one more time, and then we'll add the other piece to it, okay? All right, so now I'm holding the camera straight up, and I'm just going to launch it and see if I can time it with it. All right, so I just wanted to show you now, this bottom ring here turns on little pins, and that's how you take it down to put on the second piece. So you slide that in there, then you match up the holes again, and you just lock it into place. All right, so that's how that locks on. So let's show you this one now. All right, so let's do one more shot now and show you that going straight up. All right, so we took it outside. You've seen it work. It probably does go 50 feet with just this piece. With the jetpack on it, it's more like up and down. It's just too much weight, and it turns to one direction. But that's part of experimenting with a kid. They wanted you to try 3 different combinations. Now, the third combination was just this alone, but since our tube was bent, we couldn't actually do that version of it. Now, this keeps falling off, so I don't know if we just had one that was defective. It is a little flimsy, so a couple times our leg would fall off when we put the pressure to it. And with the bends in the hose, that also probably affected a little bit. And then overall, though, this is not an air pump. They say easy to use air pump. This is more like an air bag. So you press it real hard with your foot. You're not actually pumping it up to build pressure and then releasing the rocket. So overall, it worked. It did what it was supposed to. And that's it. So there you go. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. Remember, go to the website, luckypennyshop.com, click on the Yoda, and that'll show you how to enter into the giveaway for a $40 Amazon gift card. And may the 4th be with you. Later. This video is now over. If you want to see more videos in this series, check the description, search the channel, or click here. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.